I've been consuming your work for weeks. I will dedicate a large portion of my life teaching natural law in a formal fashion. Great. My question for you is, masks have been mandated in my province. I live in Quebec, Canada. I have not worn one and will not wear one in any context. People I love and care for are fearful and lack the courage to not comply. What do you recommend for these people? How do they be brave, bold, and not comply to this psyop? Well, once again, how can you instill courage in another being? There is no way to instill courage in another being. They have to instill it in themselves. I think people like that may never stand up. They may go willingly into cattle cars. You know? That's the problem. Some people are only going to ever stand up once that eventuality is presenting itself. You develop courage through knowledge and understanding what you're really up against. Again, that's why people say, what would you want to do, want to be able to do? I'd want to be able to take somebody and put them in a room with all the Satanists who run the world. Then you'll know what the world is and you develop the courage practically immediately to stand up. Because you would never want the world turned over to this evil. If you knew it, you guys don't know it. You think you know it, but you don't. Because if you did know it, you'd be active. You'd say, it doesn't matter what I have to do to get the knowledge to become active. I'm going to do what's necessary to get that knowledge, and then I'm going to become active. That's what you would say to yourself if you knew who really ran the world. But most of you don't. You have this vague, hazy idea of what it really is, and you don't know. I definitively know, which is why my will and courage levels are so high. Because there's no way I could not fight against that force, against that mindset, against that worldview, against that mentality. If you knew what the dark occult was and what they are doing and what they plan on doing, there is no way you'd be making excuses. You'd be on the battlefield already. That's the answer. The answer is they have to fully understand what's really taking place on Earth. And how far away are they from that? They're probably dumb bags of shit that are a million light years away from that, right? I'm probably absolutely correct. So what is the answer? The answer is they got to get that knowledge in their head first and foremost, or they'll never be able to develop that courage. Courage is a byproduct of knowledge. Real courage. Not bullshit fake courage. Oh, I'm so courageous I could jump out of an airplane or I could climb a cliff with no safety equipment. No, you're just fucking trying to, prove whose ego is bigger, or whose penis is bigger. No, that's not real courage. That's all ego-driven shit. Okay? Real courage is standing up for truth in a time of total deceit, deception, mind control, and tyranny. That's real courage. Real courage are what the revolutionaries of America did when they knew if they failed, they could be hung by the crown. And many of them lost their lives anyway. Because they cared about freedom and their fellow human beings, and they cared about the world. And I'll tell you what, freedom of the whole world's going away, folks, if we don't win this battle. If we don't win this spiritual battle, the freedom of the whole world is going away. The whole world. Not just America. So once again, my answer to this is, what do I recommend that you do? You recommend educating them. Because once again, they're probably uneducated, dumb fucks. And then what's the answer? Who needs to educate them? The people who already know what's going on. If you consider yourself one of those people, you better get to work. That's the answer. No one wants to hear that. There's no magic pill to take. There's no courage pill. Okay? Courage is a byproduct of knowledge of truth. To develop it, you have to know what's going on. For real. Yeah, not the answer most people want to hear. Same question, this next person basically asking the same thing. What if your life becomes even more of a living hell? You're on the verge of losing everything, but none of your mainstream media watching family, want to hear it, and they're going to take the vaccines. You know what? Then they're the enemy. They are the enemy at that point. Let me harm my body some more. Hold on. Damn, that's good. Yeah, a lot of harm I'm doing to my body on this broadcast, folks. I mean, fresh fruit smoothie. Jesus Christ. I mean, I might as well just put my neck in a guillotine now. The harm I'm doing to my body. This is how dumb people are, man. I mean, so fucking painfully dumb. It's just, if stupidity were only painful to the person who's as stupid as they are, instead of as painful as it is to people like me, who really do know what's going on, it would be a beautiful place to live. Because, I mean, you'd have people in horrifying, abject, torturous pain everywhere. You know? If stupidity were painful to the fucking stupid. I can only wish. Maybe we'll have some kind of a epigenetic transmutation and stupidity will become painful to the person who wields it. Yeah. He says, I'm angry more than anything and disturbed that people really are this stupid. Welcome to the club. Welcome to what on earth is happening. You know, that's it. And once again, whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the media and Satanists? Well, yeah, it's partially their fault for pumping lies out constantly, but these people are watching it. And it's our fault for not breaking that signal. Because most of us are not doing the great work of teaching natural law and truth. Let's keep going forward.